Oh, did I just build my dream bike for just over $2,000 or will it be a total nightmare? Let's find out. For this build I chose for the new L-TWOO electronic Groupset, and to install the brake calipers I used the Drivetrain's internal cable routing tool. I started by routing the front brake cable through the fork, and once that was complete I mounted the front brake caliper and carefully torqued the bolt to spec. If you enjoy content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. Next, I used the same routing tool to guide the rear brake cable through the frame. Much better, much better. I start to get better in this. Well, I guess as long as you try, you can improve. Also guys, if you have tips for me to route my cables to my frame faster or better, let me know. Now I will just mount my rear brake caliper and therefore use my torque wrench to tighten it accurately. 2. Okay, that's secure. Then it was time to add grease to the front fork. Grease the upper and lower bearing holders and make sure you install the bearings in the right position. For installing the bearings, make sure the larger one is on top. That is installed, and now the bottom one. With everything ready, I installed the front fork. Well, I hoped I learned from the last video, because now I will install all my spacers. Okay, this is one. I'm super lucky, somebody got back from work and it's my one and only twin brother! Yay!
Okay, I'm gonna...
I need my brother to build bike. Fun fact, our names are Joni and Jordi. Quick tip, if you mount your handlebars upside down, it's much easier to install your brake cables. This is a tip I learned from Constant Motion. He just made a YouTube channel and I've met him before. He helped me make the fake track video or compare the fake track bike to a real one. And he built a special Remco Evenepoel Tarmac SL8 edition, so check it out, it's really fantastic to see. This way it was much easier to guide my cables through the handlebars, especially without an extra pair of hands. Right, and now for the moment of truth, guys. I mounted the handlebars, installed and torqued the compression plug, aligned everything carefully and secured the top cap. Next, I placed the shifters onto the handlebars. I chose for the L-TWOO eRX version 3. They offer a surprisingly high-end look and feel. And both shifters had together a weight of 475 grams. With the shifters in place, it was time to trim the brake cables to the correct length. I used a hydraulic disc brake tool for this. It makes clean, precise cuts much easier. Then I added the connecting bolt and olive. Installed the insert pin and tightened everything up. Okay. To finish the Groupset installation, I still had to install the battery and gear cables, which had a total weight of 89 grams. Okay, I installed my first cable already. It's for the front shifter. The battery is also installed already. I just used some tape to wrap around my battery to make it fit, and it's very secure now, so this is how it's gonna look. Installing the rear derailleur cable was straightforward, with no complications at all. Alright, finally, my cables are placed for my front and rear derailleur. At this point I find the wheel top Groupset a little bit more convenient, because I don't need to do all the extra wiring. Of course it doesn't take that long, but it is still something extra you need to do. Then I inserted the seat post and checked for battery clearance. Thankfully, everything fit perfectly, so I tightened the clamp and moved on. For the bottom bracket, I went with the Cactus 24mm PSI bottom bracket. I added some grease to the threads to help protect the bike from moisture and harsh weather. I don't want to hear any creaks. for the crankset, I will use this one. You guys will have seen this before, but because I wanted to use the Riro crankset, but the spindle was not correct, I will use this for now. That's one.
Now I just had to place the left crank and torque it down to spec. Finally, it was time to mount the front trailer onto the frame, which had a weight of 139 grams. And to finish the full group set, I did the same to the rear trailer, which had a weight of 285 grams.
Let's see. The derailleurs are installed. Now it's time for the wheels. I can't wait because this will be one of the first times we will see our bike almost complete. So let's get those wheels. Woo! I chose for the AERORAPTOR carbon wheels. They look amazing. Before I forget to mention, the wheels are also tubeless compatible. So yeah, very nice looking wheels.
And both wheels had a weight of 1416 grams. The entire set cost me around 360 euros, which is an excellent way to cost ratio. I installed the center lock to 6 bolt adapter, followed by the Z-Race brake rotors. Before installing the cassettes, I applied a light layer of grease. I chose for the ZTTO 11-speed ultralight cassette, which has a weight of 211 grams. It's significantly more affordable than a 12-speed setup, while still delivering comparable performance. For the tires, I chose yet again for the Goodyear Eagle F1 tires, but this time in a different color variation. Installing the tires was not that easy, but with the help of the Right Now tire lever, the process went much smoother.
Okay. This just looks incredible. I'm super happy with like the brown color here. So it gives something extra to the rim and to the tire itself. One thing I almost forgot to mention, I chose for an 11-speed cassette because 11-speed is just 2 times as cheap as 12-speed, or most of the time. And I chose for a super lightweight cassette, so I'm really curious how long this will last.
Now it was time to install both wheels. The bike really started to take shape, and I could finally visualize how it would look fully built.
The bike just looks awesome, and if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe so I can make more content like this in the future.
For the chain, I used a KMC Superlight 11-speed, coming in at 243 grams. All that was left was to snap the chain into place with the quick link, and voila, it was good to go. With the drivetrain complete, I started installing the pedals. I chose a San Marco style saddle from AliExpress as a low-cost experiment to see how it performs on longer rides. It will be interesting to test its comfort and durability. To finish the build, I used white MOTSUV handlebar tape. The installation went smoothly and I finished the ends with electrical tape for a clean and professional look.
Now it's time for the moment of truth. Let's see how much the bike weighs. How much it weighs. Alright, the total weight is 7.565 grams, which is not that heavy actually. And now let's go outside for the first test ride. Well, I have been driving the bike for around 100 kilometers right now, and I have to say this might be the best bike I have ever built, so I'm very excited about this. The bike feels super lightweight, just really solid, and overall it just gives me a premium experience. I'm also very impressed with the L-TWOO electronic group set. The shifting is buttery smooth, so I'm very excited to test it out more. And also the wheels, I can't stress this enough, but these wheels looks just amazing. I don't know about you guys, but I really dig these wheels. I could have saved a little bit of extra weight if I went for a carbon crankset, but I'm very happy as it is. And come on guys, the bike looks just amazing. The white and black combination is super sick. But now let's go back to the studio. Let's talk about the total cost of the bike.
The full build cost me €1,788, that's around $2,096. If you want to see the price of each component, just hit pause, and if you're interested in any of the products, you will find the links in the description below.
One thing I just noticed and I didn't talk about in the video before is the saddle. To be honest, I'm not very happy with the saddle. I think if you ride 2 hours or more on that saddle, you will have a lot of pain on your ass. Instead, just go for the Riot 3D printed saddle. It's a little bit more expensive, but it is just more comfortable. Also guys, in the future I might make a separate video of my L-TWOO electronic Groupset and my AERORAPTOR carbon wheels. So if you want to see those videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. And you can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram to keep up to date with all my cycling adventures. Or if you have questions, you can also join my Discord server. You can find the links in the description below. Thanks for watching everyone, live a long and happy life, stay safe on the road, and I will see you in my next video.